call this meeting back to order at 2:43 p.m. Do I hear a motion to suspend roll call by unanimous consent?
So moved by unanimous consent.
Okay. Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. The replacement engineering committee did not make any adjustments to the current appointment selection criteria. Now moving into deliberations. You'll get 3 minutes per open seat, starting with R&E. There are 3 open seats, so you will get 9 minutes. Starting now.
So,
Oh, yeah, go for it.
so John was the only one that applied, obviously, but I think just in his time in Senate so far, he's been doing a really good job and working hard to make a difference, and I think he would be a good selection for Arnie.
I agree. His passion is clearly apparent. I think he's done a great job this semester, and he's been here multiple times. He clearly has a passion for it, and his experience speaks for himself as well. So, like you said, he's the only applicant, but I think he's a positive one.
Yeah, I like that he tied in his experience as like VP of administration, and he really emphasized the communication of like standards and expectations. And I feel like that would tie in very well with the Rules and Ethics Committee. And he kind of emphasized like making sure people are aware that way you don't have to hold people accountable at a later date.
Are there any more deliberations? Hearing none, we are going to move into 1 minute of deliberations for the engineering seat, 3 minutes of deliberations for the engineering seat since there's only one empty seat. Starting now.
Alexa had a great interview. Her experiences were great. I just enjoyed hearing her talk, especially with the training for the nuclear reactor. She had a really great idea about the interdisciplinary collaboration, and then even her motivation about how policy applies, government policy applies to the engineering field. But of course, Shiv is also a great applicant, has his experience of being a permanent senator and his ideas about the lockers to run laptops with players, etc.
Yeah, just touching on Shiv, he's been a member of the engineering caucus since before he even had a seat in the spring, and he's been super active, I know, on a lot of the initiatives within the engineering caucus. So personally, I would like to see him keep working on those. And then obviously his ideas I thought were pretty good, putting lockers in the right symbol time building to help kids out.
Yeah. Honestly, a little unfortunate. Only one seat is open and available. I think all the applicants were pretty excellent, but I agree. I think Shiv's been doing a great job, both in the spring and the summer semesters. And I like his ideas as well. I think they're not only good ideas for the student body, but also feasible ideas. They're not too, they could be done within the summer, which I'm excited about. Just to touch on Theodore as well. I also like, his experience, and he wanted another way to get involved. I like how he was conscious of he doesn't have as much time in the fall, so he would, like to be considered for the summer so he can get as many opportunities as possible. But I would definitely love to see more, I guess, experience or more knowledge of Senate and student government if you were to continue applying.
Yeah, definitely think it's unfortunate there's only one seat open at this time, but I'd love to see probably Theodore and Alexa reapply in the future.
I completely agree. Shiv's had some great momentum, and I want to see that continue.
Okay. Seeing that there's no more deliberations, we're going to move into the class seat. There's one open seat, so you get 3 minutes starting now.
Yeah, just another case where it's unfortunate there's only one seat open. I liked Alexander a lot. He had some good experience, but I do think that I would like to see a little bit more student government experience. He did YLC, but other than that, it's a little bit outside of student government. But yeah.
I would touch on Sydney. I think she had a very solid interview. She did a good job talking about her experiences, whether that was through Panhellenic or Gators Young Green. She seemed to really be into sustainability and seemed very passionate. I think it's a good interview. Luke had some great ideas within the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. We had a lot of really good options.
Yeah, I agree. For me personally, I think my personal favorite was Luke. The class career day, I think I actually saw that in a movie once. Like every it was like every like major would come and they do a speech or they do a presentation. It was a great idea. It was pretty cool. So I mean, I'm sure that's not where he got it from, but I know it's what reminded me of it. It was a great idea. I really liked it. It really stood out to me that again he had very effective but honestly pretty feasible ideas, as well as the mentorship program. And I was a class student myself. It's such a big major. Or such a big college, and it kind of it's very easy to get lost without having someone looking out for you. So kind of him taking the initiative to make sure students are seen and heard on a larger scale definitely stuck out to me in this interview.
I also wanted to talk on Joseph. He was in Senate for Summer A. I liked how he tied his experience as standards director for his fraternity. When he was just talking about accountability. And his strong communication resolution skills. I think he had a pretty solid interview as well.
Yeah, really is unfortunate, but there's only two.
And we also had Carson. Also previously served for Summer A. He touched again on the ideas we heard about before about the class student resource center, composting, and the electronic feasibility program.
Okay, seeing as there are no other deliberations, we're gonna move into the next seat, which I believe is the sophomore seat. There's only one spot open, so 3 minutes starting now.
Yeah, so, talk about Molly. She was a summer A replacement, and she's an off-campus replacement, and I thought she killed it. She was on INC, I believe. Just to make sure. Yeah, she's on INC, and it's good to see more involvement within the Senate, and I just think that she would be good to keep around, and I think she's gonna do a good job going forward.
I think we had a lot of unique ideas this set of interviews, which is really fun to listen to. I really liked the idea for creating a platform to look at old student schedules and kind of seeing what worked and what didn't, just to see like how many credits they're taking, kind of what courses may like blend together, kind of might be good to put in a pair, or maybe ones that should wait per semester. I thought that was a good idea that I don't typically hear, and I'd be interested to see her actually take some initiative on it.
Yeah, I agree too. That was a unique idea. And I'm hearing about it. My favorite her written review was when she was talking about her motivation. She seems like she took a good amount away from Summer A. She was like called it very eye-opening and rewarding. And I think she seemed like she's gotten some momentum going and seems passionate about her time already. So I think she's a good person to keep around.
Moving into next deliberations. Okay, Jennings is the last one. You get 3 minutes starting now.
Alright, I'll go ahead and say I think Daniel had maybe possibly the best interview of the day. He did great all around. He had some really great experiences, especially for not even entering UF yet. He talked about the Senate page program, working for political campaigns. He seems to have really done his research on Jennings, despite not moving in yet. He had some really great ideas. I liked upgrading the study room and the wellness vending machines. Those are pretty great ideas.
Yeah, honestly, I think that this is probably one of the most well-rounded people that I've seen interview, at least in my time doing interviews. I know he's definitely been super interested in getting involved. He's reached out to a lot of people that have been involved in the past. asked about what he could do going forward, and I, find it hard to believe that we'll find another person from Jennings that has a better resume than he does. I mean, he mentioned, he worked as a Florida Senate page, he's the rules chair, he's done legislation, he made the state bird a flamingo, which I thought that was really funny.
Wait, I think I missed that.
Yeah, he's like, I passed legislation to make the state bird a flamingo.
Okay, so that was
I thought he-
real. I didn't know like a mock legislation that actually happened. It got changed.
No, it's like
Mock.
mock.
Okay.
It's not actual, but
I
like,
did that in high school.
I
It was
was like,
fun.
am I
yeah,
tripping?
I think that's really funny. I mean, and founded Rho Kappa, and then had a crazy amount of ideas. I mean, I think that he's probably the strongest candidate for this.
Yeah, I definitely agree. During his interview, like I had a smile on my face the whole time.
Yeah.
Just like hearing his passion even before he, before he's really entered his time like on UF campus, just kind of seeing the things that he wants to do and the things that he will do if he continues down this path is something really, really inspiring. I know as a freshman, I was nowhere near, as well versed as he was.
Yeah, he's whooping me.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is so embarrassing for me. I didn't talk to nobody, so that was really, really impressive. His passion is clearly evident. And then the ideas he had for Jennings were also really, really great as well. I think he's really trying to tailor towards freshmen as well. Obviously, since he would be an incoming freshman, that's kind of his main, I guess, the people that he communicates with the most. But I think they're still very evident and still very apparent. Yeah, maybe I'll move into Jennings. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know all that,
But yeah, Logan's point about this just being a well-rounded applicant overall with a well-rounded interview. Not only was he passionate with the experiences, but also just had a strong desire to build community within his dorm. I can see him doing the same within Senate and just really contributing positively.
Okay, that is time. Seeing as that all the seats have been deliberated on, we are going to move into nominations for candidates. Do I hear any nominations?
I move to nominate John Greenberg for the open R&E committee seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to table the remaining open rules and ethics committee seats by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to nominate Shiv Sangrajka for the open summer bee engineering seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to nominate Luke Corcoran for the open summer bee College of Liberal Arts and Sciences seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to nominate Molly Huang for the open summer bee sophomore seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to nominate Daniel Reinstein for the open summer bee Jennings seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. Do I hear any other nominations? Okay, moving into the agenda. Do I hear any motions?
I move to add a special rule for open summer placement seats to be heard as a block by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to add all absences to the agenda by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
And I move to adopt the agenda by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. I move to adjourn this meeting at 2:57 p.m.